Hey everyone, welcome to The Explainer. So, if you're looking to seriously level up your resume and land that next big role in AI, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're not just, glancing at a generic course overview. We're actually breaking down a strategic 5-day blueprint designed to build an AI portfolio that will literally make hiring managers stop scrolling and pay attention.
I mean, think about it for a second. How do you build a standout AI developer portfolio in just 5 days? Sounds kind of like a tall order, right? But what if I told you that Google's own researchers and engineers have officially hosted the exact framework to help you do just that? Well, that's exactly what we're unpacking today.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our agenda for today. First up, building your AI portfolio. Then we'll step inside Google's intensive course. After that, we map out the 5-day skill roadmap, tackle the Capstone Portfolio Builder, and finally, wrap up with the exact requirements and registration steps. Let's get right to it.
Section 1. Building your AI portfolio. Before we get into the nuts and bolts of the Google event, I really want to set the stage here. Every single action you take over these next 5 days needs to be aimed at one specific thing: creating undeniable, tangible assets for your professional resume. You aren't just here to passively watch videos, right? You're here to build actual proof of your skills. And hey, speaking of building your portfolio quickly, here is a super urgent bonus opportunity for you. The Amazon ML Summer School 2026 is closing its registration in literally 1 day. It's a completely free machine learning course taught by real Amazon engineers. You get exclusive swags, an acknowledgement letter, and direct networking with Amazon scientists. It's an absolutely massive quick portfolio booster, so definitely check that out. But for the rest of this explainer, we're going to focus entirely on our main event.
Moving right along to Section 2, inside Google's intensive course. 1.5 million. Let that number sink in for a second. That is the staggering number of people who registered for the very first edition of this course back in November 2025. 1.5 million. I know, it creates some instant FOMO, doesn't it? But more importantly, it proves the absolute industry value of this event. When Google speaks, the developer world listens, and you absolutely want to be part of that group.
Now, for this second edition, Google has introduced a brand new core theme. They're calling it the VibeCoding workflow. This is essentially a modern workflow for creating what they call 10x AI agents. It's all about integrating various tools, APIs, and these really complex multi-agent systems. And what's really interesting here is why Google is pivoting to this. It's because it's a massively sought-after industry skill right now. It is literally the future of how developers will interact with AI. And this brings us to the core difference between theoretical AI learning and production-grade vibe coding. Look, anyone can read a textbook or, watch a generic video on AI theory, but hiring managers, they don't just want theory. They want production-grade, practical skills. They need to know you can actually build and deploy AI agents that work in the real world. This intensive bridges that exact gap, giving you the practical edge that recruiters are actively hunting for right now. But it's not just about the curriculum. It's also about the community. 300,000. That is the size of the official Kaggle Discord community. And get this, at any given time, there are around 10,000 active members online. This isn't just a course. It's like a massive networking hub. You've got the opportunity to connect with peers, collaborate, and even interact directly with Google engineers. Remember, building your portfolio isn't just about what you know, it's about who you know and who you build with. All right, Section 3, the 5-day skill roadmap. Let's see exactly how this builds your daily skill set.
So here's the timeline for your first 3 days. On day 1, you'll get the introduction to agents and vibe coding. This sets your foundation. Then day 2 ramps up immediately, and I mean immediately, into agent tools and interoperability. So you're not just building an isolated script, you're actually learning how agents talk to external tools. By day 3, you're diving deep into agent skills. Notice how quickly this progresses from the absolute basics directly into integrating practical, real-world multi-agent tools.
Then we hit the final 2 days, and honestly, this is where your resume really gets its power. Day 4 covers vibe coding agent security and evaluation, and day 5, spec-driven production-grade development. Security, evaluation, production-grade, guys, these are the exact buzzwords that recruiters and applicant tracking systems are scanning for on a modern developer's resume. This course climaxes exactly where industry demand is highest.
Now, you might be wondering, what's the actual time commitment to pull this off? Well, you're looking at roughly 1 to 2 hours per day.
This involves self-paced assignments like reading white papers, listening to podcasts, and completing hands-on code labs. On top of that, there are 45 to 60-minute daily live streams hosted on Kaggle's official YouTube channel. And hey, don't sweat it if you're working or studying. If you miss a live stream, the recorded sessions are immediately available. So yes, it's an intensive, but it's totally flexible enough to fit right into your busy schedule.
Moving to Section 4, the Capstone Portfolio Builder. This is the big one.
This is the ultimate climax of the explainer and the course itself. At the end of the 5 days, you aren't just walking away with some notes. You are building a tangible, resume-ready project using real-world, practical AI knowledge. The crucial point here is this. Completing this capstone transforms 5 days of learning into hard, undeniable proof of your capabilities. Plus, by finishing it, you earn official badges and certificates to show off on your LinkedIn. And for the top performers, you're looking at Kaggle swags, goodies, and your name actually highlighted on official Google and Kaggle media channels. I mean, that is just massive for your personal brand. Of course, timing is everything. The specific details for this capstone project will be officially announced towards the end of the event on June 19th, that's a Friday, but look closely at the deadline. You must submit your project by July 6, 2026 at 11:59 p.m. Pacific time, which is a Monday. Seriously, mark these exact dates on your calendar right now. You do not want to put in all this hard work and then miss the critical deadline to actually secure your certificate and that sweet portfolio piece.
Finally, Section 5, Requirements and Registration Steps. Let's get you set up. First off, the barrier to entry here is beautifully low because this intensive is totally 100% free for everyone. However, to actually succeed and build the portfolio, you are going to need a few prerequisites. You'll need basic Python programming knowledge because you'll be tackling daily code labs. You need a basic understanding of AI concepts. You absolutely must create a Google AI Studio account. You'll need to pull an API key from there later in the event. And lastly, you need a fully verified Kaggle account. Let's actually double-click on that last requirement for a second because it's a hurdle where some people tend to get stuck. Here is the step-by-step to verify your Kaggle account. Step 1, log in and go to your Kaggle settings, which is located up in your top right profile section. Step 2, scroll down and navigate to Identity Verification. Step 3, click on Phone Verification, add your phone number, making sure to select your correct country code, and then just pass the CAPTCHA. Once you do that, boom, your account is verified and you are fully registered and ready to roll for the intensive. So as we wrap up, I want to leave you with a pretty powerful question. Will you just watch the AI revolution happen, or will you actually build the portfolio that leads it? This 5-day intensive is handing you the exact tools, the community, and the Google-backed credibility you need to stand out from the crowd. Seriously, don't let this opportunity pass you by. Use this explainer as your catalyst. Go get your accounts verified, block out that 1 to 2 hours a day, and start building your future right now. Thanks so much for joining me on the explainer, and I absolutely cannot wait to see what you build.